Hello Montessori friends, welcome to Miss Lynn's Story Corner, and I've been thinking a lot about you and missing you, but I know you're out there watching, and I would like to sing one of our songs that we sang together, and I'll sing it, and I'll know that while I'm singing it, you're also singing it, so it'll be almost like we're singing together. You ready? Let's sing that one that we always sing before the start of circle time. So let's sing, good morning to you, good morning to you. We're all in our places with bright smiling faces, and this is the way we start our new day. And then remember that special word, Ublalortuk, which means good morning in Yupik Eskimo. All right, well, I'm not the only one that's been missing you. I have brought a special bag today. This is my book bag, which I like to keep books and things in, and I brought something very special to show you. All right, you ready? Oh, should I show you what? Oh, I think you're really gonna like it. No? Oh, yes, okay, here we go. Ready? Here's what I brought to show you. Oh, Fernando! Fernando's been asking about you. Fernando made that visit to our classroom, and he is here to listen to a story today. And I said, well, Fernando, I think it would be great if we read a book that you might like maybe a book about a rabbit, since, you know, he is a rabbit. Do you think Fernando can be quiet and sit as a good listener? Well, let's see. We want to say good morning, hello to the friends. There he is. Hello, Fernando. Say hi. Say hi. Now, this book bag is a place that Fernando likes to feel cozy, and maybe we can ask him to come out a little bit so you can see him. Oh, Fernando. Oh, Fernando. There you go. There's Fernando. He's ready to come out and listen to a story. Hello, Fernando. Let's read a bunny story for Fernando. Oh, I can hear his breath. Can you see his nose wiggling, 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 and his bright eyes? Yeah. All right. So now I'm going to put Fernando in his cozy bag. Rabbits like to have little places that are cozy and snug. See how he goes down inside there so well? This is kind of a fun way I carry him around, because he has an outside place too that he can go out in, and I take him outside in his bag. But, Fernando, don't you want to come out and listen? Oh, he's kind of all cozy down in there. Come on out, Fernando, and listen. Let's see if we can talk him into coming out and listening to the bunny book I have chosen for today. Come on out, Fernando. Come on out. There. Rabbits like to feel snug. So if I hold him snug in my arm like this, he might be a good listener and quietly listen to our story. All right, well, the story I thought you and Fernando both might like is about a rabbit, and it has a great big beautiful Easter egg on the front, but it's not an Easter story. Not necessarily. It's kind of a springtime story. And there's the rabbit on the front. And this book is called The Golden Egg Book. It was written by Margaret Wise Brown, and the illustrator, the one who did all the pictures, is Leonard Weisgard. All right, so let me put on my spectacles so that we can begin. All right, be a good listener, Fernando. Here's a picture with a bunny right on the inside cover. This bunny, I think, looks an awful lot like Fernando, don't you? He's kind of the same colors, gray and white. Fernando's a harlequin bunny. Maybe that's a harlequin bunny too. And do you think that bunny is outside in the wintertime, the springtime, the fall, or the summer? I don't see any snow, so I don't think it's winter. I don't see any red and yellow and orange leaves, so I don't think it's fall. There's butterflies and flowers. Probably more like a spring or a summer picture. Well, maybe as we read, we can find out more. Is it spring or summer? All right. The Golden Egg Book. Once there was a little bunny. He was all alone. He could hear something moving inside an egg that he found. What was it? So there's the egg that he's listening to something inside. And there's all the other things in the garden around him. It's fun to look at. Did you notice that the white shape here, too, is an egg shape? Well, that bunny is listening to... Are you listening to the story, too? Are you listening, Fernando? The bunny's listening to see what is inside that egg. Let's see. What is inside that egg? Maybe it's a little boy. Do people hatch out of eggs? No. Maybe it's another bunny. Do you think a bunny hatches out of an egg? No. Maybe it's an elephant. Maybe an elephant in an egg? I don't think so. Maybe it's a mouse. Does a mouse come out of an egg? No. Who could tell what he would find? And how would the little bunny know what's in there? But there was something inside that egg. So there he is wondering what's inside the egg. And then over here, he could hear something moving, and so he shook it. I think you have to be very careful shaking an egg, don't you? He shook the egg. And then the bunny pushed the egg with his hind foot. Nothing happened. So then he jumped on top of the egg, and he climbed a tree, and he threw little nuts down at it. I wonder how he climbed the tree. Do you think Fernando could climb the tree? I've never seen Fernando climb a tree. I don't think rabbits climb trees. He rolled the egg down the hill, but still it couldn't break. And whatever was in the egg didn't come out. Rolled it all the way down the hill. So the bunny, I'm sorry to say this, he threw rocks at the egg. But because he was only a little bunny, it was a very little rock, and he didn't throw it very hard, the egg didn't break. Oh, look at this. Remember the daffodils yesterday? That's a good clue. Summer or spring? We have daffodils out there right now. Pick, pick, pick. Something was trying to get out of that egg. The bunny sat very still and watched through his shining eyes. He sat very still and he listened with his big, soft ears. Pick, 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 pick. What do you think is going to come out of that egg? What does come out of eggs? Then the little bunny began to yawn, and he yawned, and he yawned. And the egg was very quiet. So he curled up all sleepy and warm and close to the egg. He went to sleep. He went to sleep because he was so sleepy. Oh, there he is yawning. There he is going to sleep, all cuddled up next to the egg. Look at all the flowers around the edges of that picture. Oh, look at Fernando. See, he's very quiet and sort of sleepy acting right now. Pick, 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 and then peck, 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 and then crack! Out jumped a little yellow duck. Right. Well, what is this? Said the little duck when he saw the bunny. What could this little fur thing be? And there was a duck who was only just born, and he came out of that egg and he looked, and right there was a sleeping, fuzzy rabbit. Now, he'd never seen a rabbit before, so he didn't know what it was. The bunny was very sleepy, so he was still asleep and didn't wake up. Inside the egg, said the duck, I thought I was all alone in the world, in a small, dark little world. But now I find myself alone with a bunny in a big, bright world, and the bunny won't wake up. Oh, so this was what the duck was like inside the egg. And then he cracked out of the egg and found the bunny still asleep, and he's going, why, what is this? So the duck pushed the bunny with his foot. You have to be very gentle. I think he just lightly tapped that bunny. Look at these big, beautiful flowers over here. An iris. Daisies, maybe? Springtime or summer. And then the duck jumped on top of him, and he threw a little rock at him, and he rolled that bunny right down a hill. I think these are all the things that happened to the egg, too. Remember when the bunny did those things to the egg? Look, he's still asleep as he rolls down the hill. Would you sleep, Fernando, if someone rolled you down a hill? I think he's thinking about that, and I'm not sure he would. But the bunny did wake up. Where's my egg? Said the bunny. And where did you come from? Never mind that, said the duck. Here I am. And so the bunny and the duck were friends. And they were not alone ever again. Well, rabbits do make good friends. I don't have any ducks, but maybe ducks make good friends too. I know Fernando's a good friend, so maybe the duck and the bunny are excellent friends together. And the last page was very much like the first page. There's that bunny that looks like Fernando. All right. Well, what do you think, Fernando? Being such a good listener. Now, I did bring something else in to show you, and I thought Fernando might like to listen to a little poem. Maybe you would too. I have a lot of books at my house, as you can see behind me, and then downstairs I have more books. I love to read, and I love to curl up with a good book, and so did my grandmother. And I have some of her books. This is an old book from when my grandmother was a little girl. You can see how it's been, there's some damage here. Well, that might happen. This book is over 100 years old. So it's older than me. It's older than my grandmother. This is a book she had when she was a little girl. It's called Journeys Through Bookland. What do you think of that, Fernando? Journeys Through Bookland. Well, I have a bookmark in here because this book is one of many books like it, and this one has some poems in it. So I thought I would read a poem about swinging on a swing, because that's a good spring-like thing. This is called The Swing, and it is written by a very famous author and poet named Robert Louis Stevenson. If you've ever heard of the book Treasure Island, when you get older, that's a good one about pirates and treasure and ships out at sea. Good adventure story. This is called Up in a Swing. How do you like to go up in a swing, up in the air so blue? Oh, I do think it's the pleasantest thing ever a child could do. Up in the air and over the wall till I can see so wide, the rivers and trees and cattle and all over the countryside. Till I look down on the garden green, down on the roof so brown, then up in the air I go flying again, up in the air and down. What do you think, Fernando? Here's a picture for this. Here's the picture of a girl on a swing. swinging up high, and she can see very far when her swing is up, and then it comes down, down, down over the garden wall, which is right there, and there's the roof of her house. So she's up in the up by the tree branches. She's swinging so tall, so high. That was a book. That was a poem from my grandmother's book. It even has her name written in it. Her name, Millicent Louise Johnson, and it says 1918 in it. What do you think of that, Fernando? All right, well, you know, I was telling you how Fernando likes to have cozy places. So you see, here he is, kind of in his cozy place. Well, I have over here a cozy, well, a table. I was thinking we could make a cozy place. So if you have a table at your house, it can be any kind of table, but one that you can climb underneath. And if we put a blanket over this, you want to see? Fernando, I'm going to have to put you in your cozy place, but when I get a bigger cozy place I can climb into, I'll bring you out with me again, okay? So, Fernando's going to go into his little cozy place for now, and we're going to make a cozy place too. All right, this is my book bag with Fernando in it. I'm going to put it right on the corner of my rocking chair. He'll just be there quietly. And now I need a blanket. I have the table. If you have a table and a blanket, you can make a cozy place too. So I'm going to come over behind here, behind my rocking chair, and I'm going to spread this blanket over this table, just like this. This is going to be so cozy. It's going to be like my little house. Just like this. Put the blanket over. Find the edges, shake it out a little bit. There we go. Do I like it like that? Maybe a little bit longer on the edges. How about like this? I think that looks good. All right, I'm going to move the camera so you can see what I'm building. Gently move the camera here so that you can see right here. And I have the blanket over the table. And it's going to be my cozy place, just like Fernando's cozy place in there. Can you hear him? I can hear him. I wonder if that's what the duck sounded like in the egg for the rabbit. Okay. Well, once you have your blanket over your table like this, you might want to put some pillows in there, like that. Be cozy. Maybe some other little blankets you can wrap yourself up in there. You might want to put some of your friends in there with you. And of course, don't forget some books, because cozy places are a wonderful place to read books. So I'm going to put one of my favorite books in there too. And then I'm going to climb in here like this. Cuddle back in here. Oh, it's so cozy in here. I have to move some things around. I'm kind of moving into my cozy place. And now I think I'm going to invite Fernando to come in. Fernando, do you want to come into my cozy place? I might move some of the books out so I can move my friend in. Like this. Come on in, Fernando. Look at this cozy place we've got. Do you want to come into my special cave right here? It's Fernando and me. We're in our cozy place. Now I'm ready for the books. I'm ready to read. Fernando. So maybe you would like to build yourself a cozy place and have your friends, your stuffed friends, your toys, your books, and get all cozy inside your special cozy house place. And I was just noticing that it would be a great place to have a picnic. Maybe I could have lunch in here. If it's okay with your mom or your dad, you might ask if you can have your lunch. So I brought my lunch in a picnic basket, and I think that Fernando and I will have tea together. Oh, But do rabbits like tea? No. I have something I brought for Fernando. Fernando, what do rabbits like to eat? Yes, I think you're right. Probably carrots and lettuce and things. So if I come over here and reach for my rabbit picnic, Miss Lynn could have tea and Fernando could have his rabbit lunch. Fernando, come on out. Come on out and have some tea. Do you want this? Let's see what Fernando thinks. Oh, Fernando says that's pretty good. And I'm going to pour myself some tea. And Fernando and I are going to be in our cozy places together. Thank you for joining me. It's at Miss Lynn's Story Corner. I hope you have fun finding a cozy place to read and be with your special books. Read a good book, and I'll see you on a different day. Bye, friends.